Weeks before the shooting that sparked the violence in Sherman Park, there were signs the neighborhood was primed to explode.
As this summer winds down, there's been barely a whisper of trouble.
The I-Team Steve Sherman has hit the streets in Sherman Park to see why this year has been very different.
We talked with people who call Sherman Park home and the police working to keep their neighborhood safe. What we found is a collaboration that grew from chaos, a partnership already showing results.
From her front porch just south of 40th and Burleigh, Angle Hall had a front row seat. She saw everything that went wrong last summer in Sherman Park.
What was it like living that close to it?
Scary as hell. Yes.
As early as June, she could see and hear the trouble brewing. The park was a gathering point for mayhem.
Kids can't go play in the park. You got to be with them, or you can be with them. Things can happen, but it was bad last year.
If you do not disperse immediately, you will be arrested.
In late June, the temperature went up a notch. Police pushed back against the mayhem. Cars were looted. The BP gas station swarmed and shot at. When you look back on that, what was that?
That was almost a perfect storm of in my opinion, idle youth with not a whole lot to do.
Captain Boris Tursinovich runs Police District 7, responsible for much of the Sherman Park neighborhood. Even from his perspective, this summer has been different. Everybody learned something from last year.
You know, I don't think so much the kids have gone anywhere. I just think that there's a different message out there. And I think the message is, you know, this is not the way to settle things.
That's not just anecdotal. The number of Priority 1 calls to police in Sherman Park is down. From May 26 to August 1st, urgent calls for help are down 46%. Fighting calls dropped from 17 last summer to 8 this year. Battery calls down from 6 to 2.
It's an ongoing process of building community and building a safe and healthy neighborhood for everybody. So it's ongoing.
Reverend Tim Perkins has lived in Sherman Park for 32 years. He finds this community better equipped than most to recover from a violent summer.
There's strong churches here, there's a strong synagogue, there's an Islamic community. So a lot of those organizations already in place that responded to the needs. There's more to be done.
With churches and community groups doing their part to calm tensions, police are able to change their approach. Instead of tangling in the streets, there's talking.
Last summer, because of the actions, it was more kind of an enforcement action. This isn't an enforcement, this is more of an engagement action.
The results you can sense. Riding bikes in the street is safer. Sitting out on the porch, a little more relaxing. From where Angle Hall sits, Sherman Park is far from fixed, but it's far from where it was last summer.
But it's getting better, like I said. It's not as bad. We sit out during the day. We don't have no problem.
One other tangible sign of progress was the reaction to a not guilty verdict against the officer who killed Seville Smith. People gathered in Sherman Park, but in peace. Steve Shamraz, today's TMJ4.